Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to study from EVS 2, Chapter 3, Life on Earth. Children, Earth belongs to the solar system. We stay on Earth. Among so many planets, Earth is the only planet where life is possible. That is why it is also known as the living planet. There are some questions we all wonder about. For example, how did the earth on which we live came to be? When did that happen? Was it always the way we see it today, or has it undergone changes? If it has changed, what exactly are those changes? On the basis of scientific research, it is now believed that around 4.5 billion years ago, an enormous cloud of very hot gases and dust spinning at a great speed was formed in space. Its circular motion and great speed caused it to divide into several portions, thus creating the sun and the planets which revolve around the sun. The names of these planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. So children, the planets as we learn about them today, they were not there before. It took them many years to form a solar system in the space. There were only gases and dust particles, and as they spinned around in circular motion, it caused to form the different planets. Among these planets, the Earth is the only planet where life is known to exist. After the formation of the Earth, it took about 80 crore years for its surface to cool down and for water bodies to be formed on it. It is believed that various kinds of unicellular organisms or living things first appeared in water. They are known as protozoa. Gradually, multicellular living things developed from these unicellular ones. The protozoa are so tiny that they cannot be seen with the naked eye. We need a microscope to see them. Unicellular means a single-celled organism. It is made up of a single cell. Multicellular organisms are made up of many cells. Example, animals, plants and fungi, etc. So children, after the formation of Earth, the temperature on the Earth was very hot when it was formed, and it took 80 crore years to cool down. Then after cooling, the temperature increased slowly and the water bodies were formed. What are water bodies? Rivers, oceans, etc. So when water bodies were formed, slowly the unicellular organisms also started appearing in water. Unicellular organisms means they are very small organisms which are made up of single cell. They cannot be seen by our naked eyes. We have to see them with the help of a microscope. And from these unicellular organisms, multicellular organisms were formed. It took many years to happen this. This is a microscope. You must have seen this in a science laboratory. Let us move on to the next topic, the animal world on the earth. The living world on the earth consists of plants and animals. So children, when multicellular organisms were formed, varieties of animals were formed with the help of unicellular organisms. The size of their body, the structure, their color are different from each other. Some stay on land, some can fly in the air, some can stay in the water. They all are different from each other. The following are some of the main characteristics of animals. Animals breathe, that means they breathe in oxygen and leave out carbon dioxide. Animals move in order to get food or for other purposes. Animals or some species lay eggs and their young ones are born out of eggs. You must have seen eggs of birds. So the birds lay eggs, and from the eggs, after a time period, the young ones come out from the eggs. Animals of some other species give birth to their young ones. That means they don't lay eggs, they give birth to the young one. You can watch Geographical Channel to know about different types of animals, their habitat, the way they live, and so on. Let us learn some more facts about planet. Do you know this? Some scientists feel that there is a possibility of life on Mars. However, no evidence regarding this has been found so far. Like our Earth, Mars too has volcanoes, valleys, and deserts. It also has polar regions covered with ice sheets. 95% of its atmosphere contains carbon dioxide. It also has oxygen in very small quantities, as also other gases and water. Hence, it was thought that life may exist on Mars. The soil on Mars is found to contain some components that are essential for the growth of plants. More research is being carried out in the light of all these facts. However, the existence of water in its liquid form is essential for life to exist. It is true that the polar regions of Mars are covered with ice, but there is no liquid water. The idea of a man from Mars has become popular through literature and cinema, but scientific research has not confirmed it. India launched a spacecraft Mangalyaan to Mars on 5th November 2013, and the mission was successfully accomplished on 24th September 2014. This is a historic event. This is a very proud moment for Indians. So children, it is said that there is a possibility of life on Mars. So children, life to exist on any planet, what is required? Water is required. If there is no water, life cannot exist. Mars is covered with ice. It does not have liquid state of water. And if after a time period, if that ice melts and water bodies form on Mars, so there also life can be possible. Isn't it interesting? Okay, let's move on to the exercise. Children, question number 1 and 2, you can do it in the classwork. Question number 3, find the names of the planets in the box below. This you can do it in the textbook itself. Question 4, arrange the events given below in chronological order. So this also you can do it in the textbook itself. You can give the numbers in a proper order. Question 1 is answer each question in one sentence. What instrument do we need to see a unicellular organism? We need a microscope. So answer this question in full sentence. We need a microscope to see a unicellular organism. Next is, where did the protozoa appear first? It appeared in water. Question 2. Answer the following in brief. First one, how were the sun and the planets in our solar system created? Answer is on page number 12 in your textbook. Second paragraph, on the basis of scientific research, it is now believed that around 4.5 billion years ago, an enormous cloud of very hot gases and dust spinning at a great speed was formed in space. Its circular motion and great speed caused it to divide into several portions, thus creating the sun and the planets which revolve around the sun. Question B. Make little change in that question. Write the characteristics of animals. This answer is on page number 13. There are 3 characteristics given. Write all the 3 point-wise. And lastly, you can stick pictures of any 5 animals in the classwork. Thank you children and have a nice day.